same thing, microphones. Please grab those for asking your questions, but fire away.
Since we last talked to you, you guys had your closed scrimmage. I'm not sure exactly what you can say about it, but just how did that go for you overall?
It was perfect for us, to compete against a Creighton team that was started 5 seniors. I think they only have 1 new player as part of their program. So I'll tell you the same thing I told our team. I thought it was perfect for us, and we got out of it exactly what we wanted to.
Coach, you guys have a lot of new pieces, especially more depth pieces off the bench. Just what have they brought to the team so far, and how do you feel like they've adjusted?
I think they're going to be extremely important, to our team. I think we have probably 5 starters that can compete with a lot of people. I think where we're really needed to take the next step is, what happens when we go to 6, 7, 8, and hopefully 9. And you take Ryan Cobbins, who's a grad transfer, is going to be a really, really important piece. Then you go all the way to a freshman in Laia Canessa, who we're expecting to play an important role early on in her career, and then even Skylar Gill, another transfer that I think really provides some versatility for us, and defensively can really be disruptive.
I think with Skylar, 2-time ASUN Defensive Player of the Year, what does she bring to the table, if you could add some more on that?
Yeah, she's a terrific defender. I think she's having to guard in different ways. She's probably used to guarding more power forward types, and even in that league, it's a small enough league that she could guard some people's centers, where now we're asking her to guard perimeter players, and she's tasked a lot with having to defend Wybett Mayberry every day, because I think it makes Skylar better to have to do that, and it definitely makes Wybett better.
And if you could describe the way that you guys want to come across to other teams that you play with, either, I don't know, a word or a short phrase or something, what would be the style of play you would want to instill?
Well, that's a good question, and it's not we haven't had an in-depth discussion on that yet, but I'll answer on behalf of the players as I think they would answer, which is tough and connected.
Coach, with the new pieces, just talk about perimeter shooting the 3, which you've had at times throughout, but how does it look this year compared to the last couple?
Zakiah Franklin, I believe, set the school record last year in 3-point field goal percentage. I think Holly's probably going to break the 3-point make record this year. Where we're better, David, is I think our 4s are going to be better perimeter shooters and can stretch it. Both Samaya and Ryan, and then even Sophie will play some 4 for us. I think they can provide a little bit more space, which is what we're trying to give Twin.
Coach, you guys talked a lot about how you guys improved last year at late night, and not only on the court, but kind of the brand of Kansas basketball. Are you guys, or how are you guys hoping to continue to build on that into this season?
I would think that, our players are hoping that the momentum created in last year's WNIT championship run would really show itself when it comes to early season crowds and season ticket sales.
With the non-conference schedule that you guys have, how important do you think it is just to get off to a strong start early in the season and sort of set the tone for your team?
I think good starts are always important, but I think we really are going to have to remind ourselves that our non-conference slate is designed to prepare us to compete for a Big 12 championship. And you know, it's the toughest schedule we've ever put together. You know, obviously we want to win every game, and we'll set that as a goal. But I think learning what we do well and identifying the things that we need to improve on prior to starting play December 30th, I believe, is really the goal.
Brendan, can you just talk a little bit about Samaya and her opportunity? Somebody that talented doesn't always come into a group that has so many veterans, and there's, you know, in a way, maybe such little pressure on her. What kind of advantage do you think that might be for her?
I think there's going to be pressure on her that's more self-imposed, just because she has such high expectations. But we're going to have to remind her that, you know, we're not asking her to lead our team in scoring every night, or go guard the other team's best player every night. I think it was a perfect time for her to join our program. Having, you know, the experience of Wyvet, and then obviously the 3 fifth-year seniors.
Whether it was the scrimmage or overseas or even in practice, have you seen signs of her accepting that and taking that and using it to her advantage, or are you able to see that yet?
Well, I think, you know, the difference for her, especially versus high school, is, you know, people can't send 2 and 3 bodies at her, you know, like they would in high school. So she's going to have a lot more space in which to operate. And with her skill set and versatility, you know, she can play a lot of positions for us. I really see us as starting 3-point guards, to be honest.
Her being one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think down the road, obviously we're years away from that, but I think down the road, you know, if she has aspirations to play at the next level, I would project her as a point guard at that level.
At Media Day, we heard from Twin a bit about working on her shooting and trying to add to that aspect of that game. How do you balance that with trying to maintain what's made her so great in the past?
Yeah, that's a really good question, because I think what's necessary for her to continue to elevate her game and prepare herself for the next level is to be able to move away from the basket and do some things, but not at the expense of, you know, doing what's best for our team. So I think that's Twin's going to continue to work really hard out on it, and then it's a part of our staff's responsibility to put her in some situations where she can showcase the improvement.
How would you categorize the competition for the backup 5 spot behind Twin?
You know, it's competitive right now, and you know, with Nadira being out, we're probably going to have to play a couple of different ways. Maybe a little bit smaller at times, depending on matchups with Sophia, or staying with a little bit more size with Denai and Paris.
Anything else, Brandon? All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.